Welcome to your market report for this Tuesday, the 8th of May, 2018. And listen, I'm really glad to have you guys here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start the charts right here. And the first thing we're going to look at is Bitcoin today. Bitcoin is meandering downwards. It's probably one of the biggest movers in the market today. It's down to 91.30. It's getting almost down to the spot where it could actually break down below into the 8,000s again. Now, if we put it on a 1-minute chart, we'll see what it's doing, and we'll pull back a little bit. We can see its decline. Now, if we put it on the 15-minute chart, we can see it made 99.49 before the decline. Now, we're looking at Bitstamp right now. And we see it's going down right now. It's heading toward 8,000. Not 8,000, but 8,900 into the 8,000s. So we're going to have to keep an eye on Bitcoin right now. But I don't think we're going to see a big decline right now in the price of Bitcoin. I would like to see a big decline, but I don't think it's going to materialize. Now, we take a look at the silver price today. Well, this has just happened. This is news. I would have had this first on my report, but I didn't know this was happening. Right now, right this minute, silver's price is spiking downwards. It's not huge. It's 8 cents down on the day right now. But it is spiking downwards right now while we speak. I don't know how. I'm going to come back to this later on my report and see if this continues. So we'll continue to move on in the markets. Now we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's down 44 points on the day so far, which is no real big deal. Okay, 37 points on the day, which is no real big deal. I'm expecting right now, I believe that this market has support at 23,000. That's 1,300 points lower than it is right now. And I believe it again has support at 24,700 right there. There's support there. Not support, but that's resistance at 24,700. So we got support at 23,000 and we got resistance at 24,700. And so you notice that it's right between that range right now. And it's going to follow that range as long as bonds and rates stay below 3%. So now let's take a look at bonds and rates. What are they doing? I'm talking about the 10-year, below 3%, 2.97, and it's starting to move up. Okay? So we're at 2.97 and it's starting to move up. But this is a predicted move up that I figured was coming. I figured it was coming, and it's starting. If you watched my program last night, you'll see that this was exactly what I predicted. I drew it in crayon, but it's exactly as I predicted it was coming. So now, if we take a look at the U.S. dollar index today, the dollar is strong. And this is probably the reason why silver's made its move downwards, is the strength in the dollar. The dollar's moving upwards, 93.18. Well, just went up 93.19. So we got a lot of strength in the dollar right now. We're going to take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations right now. And, you know, I expect all the coins are mostly down. Well, Ethereum's up just a little bit, which is surprising. Bitcoin dominance, 36.3%. You know, this dominance is actually going to drop. I'm expecting it to go all the way down to 10%, but albeit very slowly. 429 billion market cap. Now I'm going to tell you what. You know how I just said Bitcoin dominance is going to be 10%? Right? The Bitcoin market cap right now is $155 billion. When Bitcoin dominance gets down to 10%, do you know what the market cap's going to be? It's probably going to be like $1 trillion market cap. Right now it's 155 billion. Now, does this show you the growth I'm expecting in cryptocurrencies? The fact that Bitcoin dominance is going to drop back to 10%, but the market cap on Bitcoin is going to grow from 155 billion probably to $1 trillion? What does that mean for the price of Bitcoin? What am I basically saying about the price of Bitcoin when I say that? Well, I'm talking about Bitcoin going up probably 8 times in price from what it is right now. But we're in for a fall before we get there. But let me tell you something else about this. When Bitcoin gets to $1 trillion market cap, and it only has a dominance of 10% of the cryptocurrency market, when that actually happens, Bitcoin's not going to be a speculative investment anymore. Right now, it's a speculative investment, and this is the reason why it's going to fall. It's going to give you, I believe, now, I'm not going to tell you to go out and risk anything on this. This is not financial advice. Don't go out and sell your house on this or anything, because Bitcoin's going to fall, for one thing. And if you go investing, you go buying in, I believe it's going to fall anyway. You go investing and you buy in at $9,000 of Bitcoin, and you buy and you put your house life savings, and it drops down to $2,000 a coin. Where are you? You've just lost most of your life savings in the stuff. But on the other side of this, I believe that she's going to move up. So when you see it get down to the $2,000 Bitcoin or whatever, that's the time to move in, get some, because on the other side of that, that's when it's going to cease. It's going to move into the, and they're going to actually start using these cryptocurrencies rather than just being a speculative investment anymore. They're going to see more and more use at a certain point in time. There's going to be more and more places that you're going to be able to use them. As fiat loses fiat is going to lose its grip, and cryptocurrency is going to gain from fiat's loss. Basically works like that. And the reason why fiat is going to lose its grip is because they have overprinted fiat. They've taken advantage of the privilege that they have to actually create money. And what they're going to do is they're going to erode the petrodollar. And they're already been eroding it. And we're going to see a fall in all of the fiat currencies, a loss of confidence in them. And when that happens, we're going to see precious metals are going to go crazy, bonkers, and so is cryptocurrencies. And cryptocurrency ultimately is better than fiat. And so ultimately, in the end, when it gets mass adoption, it reminds me very similar of email. There was a certain time I remember when email was nothing more than a novelty and only a very few people had it. And they said, well, why would anybody want to use this when you can use the regular mail system? And basically email in the end did win because it was a better, quicker technology. Why would anybody want to wait 2 weeks for their letter to get across the country when they can send an email and it's there immediately? And this is the way with cryptocurrency. You can send it halfway around the world. As soon as you hit the button, you can see your payment slip on the other end, like 5,000 miles away. Say you were to buy a pair of slippers from Taiwan, and you send them cryptocurrency. As soon as you hit the button, like a fraction of a second later, it says invoice paid. I mean, it's just wonderful. And that's even with Bitcoin. You know how slow Bitcoin is. Can you imagine using some of these newer, faster coins? Just how effective. And I've heard them talking that they say that Bitcoin is going to be able, right now it's at 7 transactions a second, I believe. They're going to be able to scale it up to over 1 million transactions a second, ultimately. As it's needed, as the network needs more transactions a second, they're going to be able to scale the network up. And that's just Bitcoin, not counting all the other cryptocurrencies, which are like all the currencies of Earth. You don't just have one currency on the Earth right now. You got the Japanese yen, you got the U.S. dollar, the Canadian dollar, the Great British pound, and so on. Well, it's the same way with cryptocurrency. You've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, Litecoin, Cardano. They got all these different ones. Each one's going to have a niche and a niche market. And working together, they cover the whole ecosystem of money. And they're going, and ultimately in the end, probably 20 years from now, they will have replaced they will have replaced the currency we have now, and they will be the money. So anyway, moving on with the markets, we're going to take a look at the price of oil today. The oil price right now is at sweet light crude, which is a little bit of your cheaper oil, is at $70.12 right now. Now I'm just checking to see if we've checked everything in the markets. Okay, we have. Now we're going to just check world news real quick. Latest, Kim says he's committed to denuclearization. Let me see. There was a story here I was looking for. The story I was looking for was Trump's going to make his decision on whether to pull out of the Iranian nuclear deal. Oh, here it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for right here. A morning update. Decision day for Trump on Iran. Takeaway. Okay, so today is decision day on Iran. I am waiting for this decision to find out what he does with bated breath, because we're going to, what I want you guys to know is geopolitics can have an awful profound effect on financial markets and stuff. If war were to break out in the Middle East, watch what would happen to the price of oil. And if you watch what happens to the price of oil, you're going to see what happens to the price of, and everything else is connected to oil. This is an oil-based economy. So I'm watching this very carefully. Listen, thank you guys for listening to my market report this morning, and stay up to date. I'll keep you up to date on what's happening in world geopolitics as well. Tune into my channel, the Delta Report. That helps to keep you informed on the geopolitical part of the spectrum of what's happening in the geopolitical world and how that impinges on the financial world. It has a tremendously profound effect upon the financial world as well. So, keeping you guys up to date. Thank you for listening, and bye-bye for now.